what are the younger years like?
Again, as parents, we had our concerns because there's this fine balance between, total freedom and then helping the child to see what's possible. And what's wonderful about the mix of this community is that you've got the older students that we've been talking a lot about and the younger ones. And they're not segregated and separated. And, in most schools you see these little cliques form and there's this great sense of division among things. Here there's a far more almost family feeling, but where it's very fluid. And it's like the younger children have the experience of seeing older examples every day. And as Kay was talking about, there's this wonderful opportunity for the older children to learn by caring for and teaching the younger children. There's this like mutually reinforcing dynamic of giving and receiving. And even though I had my concerns about academics and so on in the early years that my kids came here, I never had a concern about them as far as being cared for, supported, and encouraged in who they were. There's just a sense that this mutually supportive environment allows each child, no matter what their age, to have a voice, to express what they most want and need, and know that it will be met with respect and there will be feedback sometimes, because sometimes we have unreasonable wants. But it's this wonderful self-regulating, self-monitoring system where, as individuals, the young kids learn what it is they care about, how it is they can go about getting what they want, and how they can, in fact, contribute in a way that, most young kids are kind of used to being takers. It's like, oh, this is organized so I get what I want and so on. They learn here that there's a lot of joy in also being part of the giving back. And I think that's really important in forming an individual who feels whole and healthy and happy going through life. So in some ways, I think that the real excitement is around the young child's experience. Some of our experiences, like with our oldest son, we were noticing the differences between what he had been suffering and now how he's like kind of getting over that and being supported. But it's like with younger kids from the outset, they have this encouragement to just be who they are. And yes, to become aware of the impact they have on others around them and all this, but I think it's a very rich environment and very supportive environment. For some reason, what just popped into my head was this phrase: it's the difference between learning to be self-conscious and learning to be self-aware. And I think a lot of younger kids are made very self-conscious because of the types and the quality of the feedback they get from adults and the systems around them. And here, there's a lot more, as I say, of an affirming and encouraging type of energy where they're encouraged to kind of learn more about themselves and take more responsibility for themselves rather than to be self-conscious and in reaction to everything, which is very much the way that I grew up.